Salute, salute, salute. On my generals, on my lines, on my real men. Y'all already know what it is. Lions and men on deck. Let's get into it. Bronx legends. You know what? Bronx bully. Notorious Bronx gangster. Somebody that, for some unforeseen reason, well, maybe it's because he's dead. R.I.P. to this soldier I'm about to talk about, this lion that was just too much to handle. He was a loose cannon. Everybody's familiar with Pistol P, right? Boom, boom, Pistol P extorting everybody in the Bronx. Yeah, I heard his shit. I heard his stories. I heard it from his mouth, and I heard it from other people. He was really about that life. You know who else was about that life that's not around today to be able to speak on any of this stuff? It's somebody called Howie, a.k.a. Bulletproof. Howie, a.k.a. Bulletproof, from the South Bronx, stayed in St. John's. Was even trying to extort niggas in St. John's. Was extorting niggas in Forest Projects, Trinity Ave. That's Fat Joe's area, for those of y'all that's not familiar. Extorting. Bitch slapping. The man was so much on demon time. He literally had a dog. A dog get satisfied by another woman because the bitch owed the nigga money and she fucked up that package. This nigga got shot numerous times. Hence the nickname Bulletproof. I mean, nobody's bulletproof. Obviously, he wasn't either. Because eventually he got murdered. I'll try to squeeze in. I'm going to try to squeeze that into this at the end of this video. How he got murdered. But let's get into all the bully shit he was doing first. So, from Cypress to Prospect to Brook Ave to Jackson Ave, 3rd Avenue, Mile Haven, Patterson, Mitchell's, Millbrook. This nigga was everywhere. St. John's was his stomping grounds, but he wasn't even living in St. John's. I believe he was living more on Prospect area, Jackson Ave area. So let me tell y'all personal experience with Bulletproof, right? Now he was getting money with niggas on St. John's, between Kelly and Beck, across the street from 52 Park. This is a fact. Can't make this up. Man. This is all fact. But those don't talk about him because he was so grimy. And he was so like, I don't give a fuck. He was narcissistic. He was a sociopath. He was. So I'm gonna give y'all an example. I was a young. I wasn't even a teenager. This is how crazy it was, right? This is how respected and feared this man was, right? This is when them Suzuki Jeeps came out. Remember them the Jeeps? They came out back in the early 90s, late 80s. These Jeeps came out. Them shits was the shit. So everybody had shit different colors. Blue, red, yellow, white. Niggas all had their little Jeeps out. This shit was lit back then. So he has his Jeep. He pulls up. This is after he got shot, too. He got shot. He's fresh out the hospital. He got shot numerous times. He's fresh out the hospital. Right? He pulls up on the block, 950, right in front of 950. And starts talking this shit. Niggas trying to kill me, I ain't going nowhere. He's talking this shit. He got fresh patches on him. Like 3 patches on him. From where he got shot. This nigga he's heavy on the neck. Icy. In the Jeep. No doors on the Jeep. These are when them little, like I'm telling you, them Suzuki Jeeps when they came out. If I'm even saying it right. Different colors and all that shit. Everybody was copping them. All the drug dealers. So, especially all the Puerto Rican drug dealers. Let me just keep it to the Puerto Ricans. But I seen paid in full. I seen it. They was popping back then. So this is late 80s, right? So this man pulls up on the block. I'm that nigga. Y'all can't kill me. I'm bulletproof. I think he gave himself that name that day. And when he pulled up and was like, everybody was out there. It was summertime. So after he gets out, makes his little, statement while he in the whip, music blasting, playing Rock Kim and all that. He come out, start chopping it up with the dudes that's on the block like Weethor and Tone and Rob. Rest in peace, Frankie, and it was dudes that was out there. So White Boy John, rest in peace to White Boy John. He's out there chopping it up. He's like, yo, I gotta go on my rounds. Now, me and my little mans, we out there on the block chilling. Playing on the bootleg rim on the gate and shit that we used to be dunking on and shit. Some shit, I think Weethor even made that shit. And you just put it on the gate in front of the window and we used to be slamming on that shit. It was just basically a backboard on the rim with the size of like a mini ball. So you go in on that shit. So anyway, we out there doing us. This nigga Howie, he's like, yo, shorty, come here. Yo, come with me. Get in the car. Like, what the fuck? He took me and 2 other little niggas. My pops, he was like scared to death of this nigga. So my pops was like, because I'm like, I ain't know what to do. Now nigga Howie was like, yo, it's all right if I take your son with me? I'm just going to make my runs. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. My father was like, yeah, okay. When I went with Howie, a.k.a. Bulletproof, when I went with this nigga, it was me, some other little niggas that was with us from the block. He literally went straight to Prospect Ave after that. Went to a building, knocked on the door, opened the door. As soon as the person opened the door, he had me. I'm like 10 years old. And the other kids like 10, 11. We was kids. The minute they opened the door, he slaps the shit out the dude that opened the door. 5 fingers. It's a trap house that we going. We go into that house. You got dudes with guns, bitches with titties out like it's New Jack City. And Howie in there like, he's bulletproof. He literally was acting like he can't get shot and got 3 little kids with him. I'm one of them. I seen this shit with my own eyes. He goes in the fucking apartment, starts throwing tables. Everybody's scared. I did forget to say he got the hammer out. And dudes that was in there with guns didn't do shit. That was the first trip. That was the first stop in Prospect. I forget the building. It was in Prospect Ave. Facts.